So when I first started researching Islam, I asked the most basic question: how can I trust that what the Quran says is true? Other religious books that I'd read had been translated many times, they'd been copied by hand for centuries, some versions had different chapters in them. However, the Quran, it's identical everywhere. Every copy, every memorization. And I'm going to explain to you what I learned. Okay, so the Quran has two preservation systems working at the same time, kind of like a built-in backup plan. First, we have the written tradition. So the oldest surviving Quran manuscript in the world is the Birmingham manuscript, and that's held at the University of Birmingham in England. It's been carbon dated to between 568 and 645 CE. So that's during or immediately after Prophet Muhammad's lifetime. Okay, and then when scholars compared it to the Quran that we have today, word for word match, no variations. Then we also have the Surah Medina manuscript, which is kept in Istanbul, and it's basically a nearly complete copy from the 7th century, which is about 60 or 70 years after the Prophet's lifetime. And these two copies are pretty much identical to each other and also to the modern version that we have today. But the written copies aren't the main thing. The main preservation system is memorization. As someone who studies psychology, I know what human memory is like. So first I was a little bit skeptical, but then I learned this. There are tens of millions of Hufaz. Okay, and the Hufaz are people who have memorized all 6,236 verses of the entire Quran, word for word. And not only have they memorized it, but they then have had to recite it to a master teacher, and the master teacher can trace their chain of teaching all the way back to the Prophet himself. So think about it. If one person makes a mistake reciting, there are millions of other memorizers who will catch it. So it's kind of like the world's most distributed fact-checking system. And not only are they memorizing the sounds, but there's also strict rules, the recitation called tajweed. And that basically means exact pronunciation, exact rhythm, and exact pacing for 1,400 years. When you start looking at how information survives across centuries, you realize that preservation is a choice and it's intentional, and the Quran's preservation isn't an accident, it's a system. And just to top it all off, in the Quran, in chapter 15, verse 9, Allah says, "Indeed, it is we who have sent down the Quran, and indeed we will be its guardian."